What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lonnie from FlightSim Gaming. Today we are doing a flight with Air Canada Rouge. Call sign up top is Rouge 1523. We are flying out of St. John's, Newfoundland, and we are going into Montreal. Pierre Trudeau International Airport. It's a real-world flight flown by Air Canada Rouge. It's typically done in the Airbus A319, but we are in the Fenix A320. We are going to be doing some Canadian ops flights for the next little while. Basically, we're going to start off, I guess, on the east coast of Canada and head our way out towards Vancouver. Initially, I wanted to do this flight in the Embraer E175 from Moncton to Montreal, but the problem is the Air Canada livery that is available from FlightSim is just not compatible with the sounds. I also could not get GSX to work in Moncton. There was a nav data problem. Can't seem to figure it out. Probably has to do with either the scenery problem. I don't think it's a GSX issue. I think it's more of a scenery issue. Can't get it to work, but anyways, we'll start it off out here in St. John's. This airport is done by Sim add-ons. You can catch their scenery on their website. I'll put the scenery description down below. Again, real-world flight. It's about 2 hours and 45 minutes in the air, and we are expecting some pretty nasty weather down in Montreal. I believe it's currently snowing. And also, I just want to make note, I'm not sure if anybody else is experiencing localizer issues in Montreal, but I cannot seem to get the aircraft to capture the localizer straight or perfectly for the runway 06 left approach. We are expecting runway 06 left in Montreal, but for whatever reason the aircraft is just not lined up perfectly with the runway, so we'll see what happens when we get there. But anyway, enough ranting and raving. Let's jump inside the cockpit. Let's get things all situated up here. I already got the APU on. We'll go ahead and turn some of this down. Been a while since we've been in the Airbus, so pretty excited to see what this, or how this aircraft is going to behave with me. I'm one of those flight simmers where if I'm not in an aircraft long enough or frequently, I lose my touch. So I have done a couple practice flights, a couple touches and goes with this aircraft. It's definitely a little bit spicy at the moment. Mass and balance tab. We'll go here and we'll load the aircraft instantly. As you can see here, we're planning about 9,972 kilograms of fuel. Zero fuel weight at 59,000 or 59,609 kilograms. Set up the MiG-2 here. Flight init, and we'll go ahead and init data request. Perfect. We'll come over to the init tab here. We'll init request. Perfect. And we are Rouge 1523. Cost index 43. We are cruising up to 36,000 feet. Fantastic. We are going to be doing or showcasing some new scenery as well on this. We are going to be landing in Saskatoon as well. 59.6, 31.2. Sim add-ons has some scenery there. Not much scenery, you know, out in Canada. But we're also going to check out Victoria as well. Now, I'm not sure if we were going to include that on a Canadian leg. We're probably going to be in the E-Jets for that one. I wanted to fly from Seattle over to Victoria. That should be pretty fun. Anyways, departing off of runway 34, we are on the St. John's 8 departure in Montreal. We are expecting 06 left, ILS 06 left, on the Ombre 2 arrival. And the odd bus transition, we'll go ahead and execute that. Perfect. So basically here in Montreal, in St. John's, we are going to depart runway heading and then direct exit. It'll be a nice, beautiful right turn, and this is our arrival. Radar vectors to final. That looks good. Fantastic. Come over to the perf tab here. Now, we are departing off of runway 34. So I believe we want to do a flaps 2 departure here. Let's try. We'll go ahead and sync that. Config flap. Do flap 2. And we will not force toga. We'll sync the live weather. 135, 141, 141. Flaps 2 down 0.1. Flex temp 54 and 1440 on the engine out. Beautiful. We'll squawk 2000 for now. And we'll finish up here. QNH altimeter is going to be, I think it's 29909. 29997. And we'll just go right up 36,000 feet. Beautiful. Let's come back down here. We have a company message. Go ahead and clear some of that. Perfect. Yeah, jetway did not attach, and I'm not sure why. Should have attached, but whatever. We'll open up Navigraph. Let's have a look at basically our departure here. Weather information, the winds are 360 at 10, visibility is 15, broken clouds at 2200. It's 1 degree currently, altimeter 29906. We'll go ahead and change that in the aircraft momentarily. But here's our departure. We are taking off runway 36. I lied, I believe it's runway 34. Runway heading 338, and then we will go ahead and make a nice left turn to Texid. Initial climb says climb runway heading for vectors, maintain 5 or as assigned. We don't need to worry about maintaining 5. We are just going to climb all the way up to 36,000 feet. And that's basically what's going to happen there. And make sure that's synced over. Beautiful. APU bleed is on. We're still waiting for the passengers, but we'll go ahead and turn on our fuel pumps anyway. So yeah, the plan is we are going to fly, we're going to do a lot of Canadian flights on this. Actually, only Canadian flights. First leg, it's going to be St. John's over to Montreal. Montreal to Toronto. Toronto, I believe, to Winnipeg. I think it was Winnipeg to Calgary. Calgary to Saskatoon. Saskatoon to Edmonton. Edmonton, we're going up to Yellowknife. Going to check that out for the first time. From Yellowknife, I believe it's Vancouver. And Vancouver to Kelowna. We're going to mix up the aircrafts. I'm going to try to... So I know the Yellowknife flight, if we're going to keep it real world, it is flown in the CRJ 900. So we're going to probably get back into that. Prepare for pushback, no ice treatment.
Icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
So yes, we will most likely hop back into the CRJ for the first time in a long time.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
This aircraft has not been updated for a little bit. I believe Fenix has delayed their V2 rollout. Which is okay. You know, it's still a great aircraft in its current state. Doesn't really need much updates, but yeah, excited for that. They're going to be coming up with the A321 as well as the A319, I believe. And basically, we are going to go nose left, tail right. Hopefully the pushback works properly. Nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released. Engine start switch. Over to start. Engine number 2.
Engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
And we'll go ahead, engine number 1. I think GSX is going to fuck up this pushback. Put us in the grass. On my practice flight I did it too. So we'll actually stop here.
Please set parking
We have
brakes.
a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Engine start switch can go over to the norm position, come back up top here. APU bleed, APU master switch coming off. Taxi lights coming on. Flaps 2. Go ahead and arm the spoilers. And auto brake max. Beautiful.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Left is clear, right is clear. Let's go ahead, open up Navigraph, look at our taxi routing. Basically, we're going to go apron. We're going to go to Delta. And looks like Delta all the way to 3-4. And then on out. That's it. Pretty simple. Hopefully the winds don't kick my ass. Takeoff config norm. And perfect. Parking brake is released, and TCAS, make sure we are on and reporting. Let's go. Not a bad looking airport, you know, sim add-ons quality. It's the only one available. It's the only St. John's available in the sim at the moment. I have removed the Sim Add-ons Winnipeg to make room for the FlightSim Studios Winnipeg Airport. Definitely the better scenery. Getting a little faster on the speed with the hill. Let's go ahead and slow her back down. I think the last time we were in St. John's, I believe I was in the ATR. All of our lights can come on. And let's get lined up. Fantastic, ladies and gents. Throttle's up 40%. Stabilize. And flex. Set. A little bit of a dip there in the scenery. Knots checked. And V1 rotate. And positive rate of climb. Gear going up. Pitch for 15. Beautiful departure there. Fantastic, fantastic. Throttle's going over to climb. We'll go flaps 1. We'll go direct, tech sid. Go flaps up. Disengage those ground spoilers. Beautiful. And we'll pitch for climb. Throw it in autopilot. Beautiful departure. That felt really smooth. Really smooth. Not too sure how the landing is going to go. I was using FSI panel earlier, doing some practice landings with this aircraft. This aircraft is very spicy to land, especially with a side stick. You know, I'm still brand new to the Thrustmaster Airbus side stick. I don't have many landings with it. I've had it since, definitely since the summertime. But I haven't done many flights with it, so landing is spicy. And the weather's not that great in Montreal right now. There's light snow and it's very cloudy. But, yeah, definitely a spicy aircraft. Not sure what airport that is down there. But I'm surprised there's actually no snow out here at the moment. I'm not sure if there actually is in the real world, but I'm sure this simulator would sort of simulate some type of snow if there was. I don't have any AccuSeason, so the grass is really green for some odd reason. I should probably purchase something. Maybe on the next flight. Two hours and 45, 50 minutes or so on this flight. Looks like we're coming up on 10,000 feet. The rest of our lights can come off. We'll continue to monitor some beautiful visuals in this beautiful Fenix Airbus. Like I said, originally I wanted to do a flight in the E175 Air Canada Jazz from Moncton to Montreal. Just was having some problems with that Air Canada delivery. There's like no sounds, and GSX wasn't working with Moncton. If anybody is having any issues with Moncton, let me know. People have reported it on the FS 2020 discussions tab or page, forum page, but no fix. And yeah, I don't know what's happening. Eventually we'll go to Moncton. We'll definitely do a flight out there. They do some regular flights to, I believe, Montreal and Toronto. Beautiful. Should probably change that view, or maybe we can't change that view. You can hear the engine sounds on these wing views here. It's all good, but anyways, ladies and gents, we're going to fly it up 36,000 feet. In about 2 hours, 10 minutes from now, we will be on the descent into Montreal. Hopefully we'll be able to land on the 06 left, and hopefully I'm not going to have any sort of localizer problems on the approach. That could be an FSI panel issue, I'm not sure. As I was practicing those landings, the localizer was not centered with the runway. But we'll see what happens. Maybe the runways will flip. But expect shitty weather into Montreal, and I'll catch y'all in the next little bit, ladies and gents. Enjoy the rest of the video. Peace. on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the video. We're currently on the descent into Montreal. We have changed runways. We are expecting the ILS 06 right approach for Montreal. As you can see outside, the weather's not all that great. Got a nice little breakout coming here. It is snowing. You know, we did expect this as we departed St. John's, Newfoundland, but we'll see what happens on this approach. I didn't practice any landings for 06 right, just 06 left. I'm hoping localizer will keep centered with the runway. We'll see what happens. But anyway, let's open up Navigraph, have a look at what we're doing. So we are on the Ombre to our nav arrival, and we're just coming up to Meyer, which we have to be below 16,000 or above 4,000 for runways 06 left or right. From Meyer, we're going to track, it looks like 252 to Delki. And then from Delki, track 237 towards Peclo, where we got to be at a max speed of 210 knots and below 4,000. We're going down to 3,000 currently. What we'll do is once we hit here, we're going to go ahead and vector ourselves for final. This is our approach here. 3,000 feet, we'll probably capture the glide slope. Then we'll descend down on a nice 3-degree slope. Final approach course is 057. Transalt is 18,000. We've passed that. Altimeter 2987 or 86. We'll continue on with our briefing here. The winds are 030 at 14, visibility 3 miles, broken clouds at 700 feet, overcast at 1200. So we're going to be probably in autopilot pretty much until a couple hundred feet above the runway. It's light snow outside. It's 0 degrees currently. Altimeter 2987. Let's go ahead and readjust this. 2987. Auto brake we're going to put on low. And 2987, it's showing 0 degrees here. The winds are 030 at 14. Minimums 305 is set. Come over to the nav frequency. 110.5 is set and in. Beautiful. Coming up on 14,000 feet. Really not much to see out here. Look at that. Holy smoke. It's going to be some gnarly weather. Once we land, we're expecting to vacate the runway Alpha 1. We'll backtrack Alpha all the way to probably Alpha 4. Then we're making right on Alpha 4, and then we are going to make a left onto Delta. We are going to the main terminal. We're expecting Gate 7. That's what we have planned. We'll see, again, we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, pretty gnarly weather here. The light snow. It doesn't really look like light snow. It almost looks like a snowstorm. Aircraft should start to bleed off some airspeed momentarily. So we're coming up on 11,000 feet here. Landing lights will come on, wing lights will throw on as well. Starting our left-hand turn here for final. I'm going to go ahead and activate the approach phase here. Aircraft will slow down to about 210 knots, green dot speed. And And we are doing a flaps 4 landing, full flap configuration. Landing system can come on, or landing guidance in the Airbus. You have to activate this on PMDG. Sorry, not PMDG, on Boeing products. It comes up. So. Beautiful. Get her down, green dot speed. No sense in trying to be a little too fast here. We got a lot of altitude to clear up. Haven't landed on this runway yet at this airport. Other than practice landings, generally you land from the other end. So we're not going to get a downtown city view. Regardless, it's too cloudy, but when you come on the other approach, you get a nice downtown view. Got some of our fixed rings in there. Very simple to do. Don't forget, ladies and gents, if you're enjoying the content, smash down that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Almost at 1,000 subs on the channel. Almost there. About 914 subs as of this recording. So, don't forget, if you have not yet, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Gonna focus on the next couple of weeks with some flights in Canada. A couple airports we haven't flown to yet. We are going to fly to Regina. Sorry, not Regina. Saskatoon being one of them. I'm excited for that. Kelowna, another one. And Yellowknife. We're gonna check out Yellowknife. There's a Yellowknife scenery done by Project Max. Project Max, for the most part, does some good stuff. So we'll have a quick look at that one. Most likely we'll be in the CRJ 900 for that flight. Auto brake, I'm going to put auto brake medium instead just because of the weather conditions. But yes, very excited for that. We'll break it up probably into about 8 or 9 flights. Primarily going to focus on the A320. I wanted to do some E-Jets flights as well. I might squeeze some in. Hopefully that they'll fix the Air Canada livery that is available at FlightSim TO. Hopefully they fix the sounds with that. No sounds with that livery. It's a little disappointing. Because there's a lot of great flights you can do with the Embraer E175. Air Canada being, I believe, and don't quote me, I believe in 2005, they were the first operator to purchase the E175. So, fun fact. There should be some good aircraft coming to the simulator this month. I do know FlightSim Studios will be releasing their E190 aircrafts before Christmas. That should be pretty cool. There's also a A320 Neo coming out, as well as the A300. Still not sure when the A300 is coming out. I think the A320 Neo is coming out this month. A300, not sure. But looking forward to that for sure. Definitely going to try out the A300. We'll do some UPS ops in that aircraft. That should be pretty cool. Leveling off here at about 4,000 feet. VNAV will kick back in momentarily. Wait for the glide slope indicator to come alive, and then we'll go ahead and start our turn to final. There it is. Go direct full, what is that? Full foe. Go ahead and insert that. See a little bit of ground down there. Go ahead, alarm the Yoke and hit approach. Localizer coming in. Still about 14 miles out. We'll maintain 210. Actually, what we can do is bug down 190. And flaps 1 coming out. Make sure we ground, we arm the ground spoilers. Nice little turn there. Beautiful. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we will be lined up with the runway. Just having some troubles on practice flights. Sorry, practice landings with FSI panel. Well, let's see what happens. We'll maintain 190. Probably until about 10 miles. Localizer captured. Glide slope coming in. Glide slope should lock momentarily here. There's glide slope. And glide slope captured. Quickly brief, missed approach, climb to 3,000. Heading 057, then right turn heading 192. So we'll keep 3,000 bugged in. We'll go ahead and bug down 170. Flaps 2. Got a gnarly crosswind there, 157 at 19. We are expecting winds are 030 at 14. So the weather, I mean, the winds will change as we descend on down. Gear coming down. Manage speed. And flaps full. Beautiful. 5 miles out, fully configured. Alright, gear down, 3 green. Flaps set. Got our auto brake set to medium. There's a bit of the snow there. We do not want a missed approach. I don't practice enough of them. $1,200 feet above. See the ground coming in now. Beautiful.
1,000.
Check. See some lead-in lights there. I feel like we are off to the left. Still don't see the runway. Got some terrain stuff there. There's the lead-in lights. And it looks like we are off to the left a little bit. I'm assuming that's just the terminal. It's a little glitched out there. We'll keep her coming in.
500.
500. And I'm gonna go ahead and take the aircraft. As I had suspected, we are not centered.
100 above.
I don't know what that's all about.
Minimum.
Continue.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
We're on the ground, nose down gently. And reverse is coming out. A little sketchy there. I don't know if that's an MK Studio issue or not. Anyway, 70 knots. Not sure why that's happening. I don't know if that's how it is in the real world. I doubt that. But that is a pain in the ass. Anyway, on the ground in Montreal. Crappy weather. I'll take that for a landing all day, every day. I don't know what the rating is on that. Let's go ahead and clean up everything. We're gonna go ahead and make a right here. Come over to GSX. We want gate 7. We'll open fire the APU. performance is atrocious over here right now. We'll backtrack Alpha. So we're going, looks like we're going Alpha. We're going to go over to Alpha 4. On a bit of an incline here. Let's go ahead and speed her up. But yes, not too shabby. Definitely gonna purchase Rex Accu Season. At least you'll get, not so much for the weather, but more for, I guess, the ground environment and the trees and all that. You can get Rex Accu Season, and it'll kind of change wherever you're flying in the world. It'll change how the environment looks in terms of seasons. I'll make sure to have that on for the next flight. And I think the scenery is slightly broken here. There we go. And we're looking for Alpha 4. It's Alpha 2. It's exactly what I was looking for. My fault there. I had my mic muted. I was chatting to nobody. Gate number 7. Unfortunately, on flight radar, I'm unable to determine where the rear-wheeled aircraft parked and deboarded from. It does show the aircraft coming into here. So... I think we're going right there. Looks like some snow is starting to accumulate on the ground here. That could be part of the scenery. I don't think so, though, to be honest with you. There's gate 7. Try to butter this. I don't think we're going to. Ah, we're okay there. Park and brake coming on. APU bleed coming on. Fantastic. Engine 1 and 2 can get shut off. Request deboarding. Come back up top here. Seatbelt lights can go off. Fuel pumps can go off. Beautiful. Jetway does not want to attach. I guess we have to adjust, operate jetways first. Another way that I can do it.
Passengers deboarding starting.
That's what I was looking for. Beautiful, ladies and gents. Beautiful flight here. Beautiful MK Studios, Montreal. Disregard that door being open. Just want to say thank you to everybody that comes out and supports the channel and watches the video, that gives us thumbs up. We greatly appreciate that over here. Hope you enjoyed that flight. Can't wait to watch the replay and see what my landing rate was. Hopefully it wasn't a little out of hand for everybody in the back, but who knows. First flight back in the A320 using the side stick. Highly recommend to grab a side stick if you have not purchased one. Definitely grab the Thrustmaster Airbus side stick. It's fantastic. But anyways, ladies and gents, catch y'all in the next flight. We are departing Montreal and we're going over to Toronto. Enjoy the rest of your week, ladies and gents. Peace.